This week is Valentine's Day, and I have a bunch of resources for you. I remember feeling a little wistful about those actually kind of lame classroom Valentine parties. I was thinking, my kids won't get to have these. But that wasn't true. They did, and yours can too. I have a few things for you to think about and some cool, easy things to do at your house this year. So stay with me. Let's talk Valentine's Day as unschoolers. I'm Sue Patterson, and this is the Unschooling Mom to Mom podcast. Each week, I'm popping in with a little unschooling pep talk. At the end of this month, all three of my own kids will be in their 30s. It's kind of crazy. And next week is my birthday, 63, baby. I was telling my membership group that I want you all to feel good in your own skin. February is lots of things. Black History Month, Lunar New Year, Valentine's Day, and birthdays are on our minds over here. I'm on the 20th, Alyssa's on the 26th, and Katie is on the 28th. Then the guys are right behind us in March. Ron is the 8th, Jackson's the 21st, and Michael's the 22nd. But I always want to bring up my age because I know most of you are not in your 60s yet, and there's nothing to fear. I didn't start this coaching business until I was in my 50s. So if you're worrying that you're not getting to what you need to, maybe, but maybe it's just not the priority yet. Life's all about choices, and I'm so honored that you're here, listening, trying to be the best parent you can be. If anything is going to change this crazy world, it starts at home, right? Prioritizing the relationship we have with our kids, prioritizing the life we're creating within our family, and then that ripples out. So if you need more support on this, I have tons of options at the website. My favorite, of course, is the Creating Confidence membership group. 2 coaching calls a week where I'll help you figure this all out. An incredible community of unschooling parents and a giant resource library. Everything you need to be successful. I think it's time we connect a little more, don't you? Podcast listeners don't have to pay the $99 sign-up fee to join. So let's do this together. I'll be your coach, your virtual hand holder over here. I would love to have you join us. And speaking of love, unschooling and Valentine's Day. Don't skip this one, even if you're not a Valentine's Day fan. Let's look at this from an unschooling perspective. I mentioned that I had a little angsty feelings about those classroom parties, but I wondered later if that wasn't some kind of revisionist history I was doing. A 30-minute party where we couldn't really talk freely. We all had to go silently from box to box, leaving our Valentines for the other kids. And it wasn't really much more than that. Maybe it seemed great compared to the rest of the day, the rest of the year. The bar was kind of low. So when we brought the kids home, I wanted to make sure they had this rose-colored glasses version of parties like that. You can always invite a few friends over and make Valentine treats. Maybe make Valentines right there. Do some fun activities, wear red, hang hearts, whatever your kids want to do. I mention it because as lame as those classroom parties were, your kids, if they've never been before, don't know that. And as time goes on, they hear the glamorized version of how great those homeroom parties are. They're not really missing out, but they don't know that. If you've created something to celebrate these Hallmark holidays, then the kids won't feel they've missed anything. In fact, you can easily provide something even better. And if it's too late to invite people over, you can drive around dropping off Valentines at your friends' houses. Hey, how about pink shoe polish on the car saying Valentine delivery service or something like that and spend the morning doing it? I love that idea. I have a ton of activity ideas over at the blog post, so be sure to hop over there. I'll put the link in the notes. You can start celebrating before Valentine's Day comes, or even after if you're listening to this later. Use the ideas to make life special for your kids. The goal is to feel loved and prioritized. So I have 10 different activities for you to choose from. Do them all, do one, whatever works for you. The first one, my favorite, is something you may have seen on social media. And it's easy, thoughtful, a totally unschooling aligned activity. Cut out little hearts and write what you love about your child on each heart, then hang them on the bathroom mirror or their door. Everyone wants their strengths to be recognized, so take a minute to do that. Second thing, pink sprinkled donuts are always a hit. Strawberries, better if dipped in chocolate. And now there's that really cool product. Have you seen it at the grocery store where you can microwave the chocolate? Perfect consistency for dipping. I think we'll do that this year, but always an excuse for donuts. So when you think about activities to do, how about a pink volcano? I have some fun links to science experiments you and your kids can try for Valentine's Day. Slime, dissolving candy hearts, potions, secret codes. I have links for you. And an entire Pinterest board, too, if you want to poke around and find something your kids will love. What if you want to do a Valentine's Day party? Then you're going to need party food. Again, Pinterest is your friend. I know lots of us used it years ago and the sparkle faded, but it's still there, going strong, and I have all kinds of ideas for you. Fruit kebabs, you could make an entire charcuterie board for Valentine's Day food. Cookies, fruit, chocolate, all your kids' favorites. I even have an example for those of you who either love building gingerbread houses or never got around to the one you bought for December. Go find it. Even if you're thinking, do you know my lack of cooking skills? Well, pull out the graham crackers and decorate it with candy hearts and canned frosting. I know some of the bakers here are cringing, but the rest of us, we do what we can, right? Doing S.T.E.M activities are all the rage. Get some pink heart marshmallows. The grocery stores may have them now, and build like Tinker Toys with toothpicks. Or you can grab those multicolored marshmallow bags and use the pink ones. Speaking of marshmallows, Rice Krispie treats were our go-to party food. You can color the marshmallows pink with red food dye or just sprinkle the top with red, pink, white, glittery sprinkles. Those are always a hit. Knock-knock jokes were huge when my kids were growing up, and my grandson is continuing the tradition. I have a few at the website, and you can Google Valentine knock-knock jokes for kids. Write them out and leave them in different places. Or riddles, see if the kids can figure them out. Or text them to the bigger kids. Speaking of texting the bigger kids, I have a ton of funny memes you could send them throughout the day. Yes, they'll probably roll their eyes at you, but they'll like it too, and maybe even forward them over to their friends. You could send them one every hour on the hour, or send the photo and say, I'll be back in an hour with another. Mwahaha. How about love languages? Have you talked to the kids about what theirs are? Or the love language for all your family members? That can be really eye-opening. I have a link for the quiz that you can do with them to help them figure out what their love language is. For some kids, our more macabre crowd, you can share the true history of Valentine's Day. It's pretty dark. They might really like it. I have some video links at the webpage too. I should look to see if there are podcasts about it too. I'll bet there are. And if you find any additional resources in your quest to unschool your way through Valentine's Day, be sure to send them to me, either at the podcast platform comment area or over in the comments at the blog. Because here's the thing, unschooling is about connecting with our kids. It's going to give you insight into what they need from you. And it's not hard to sparkle up their lives. So they're excited to learn about new things and grow their own very individualized pile of knowledge and experience. We don't have a crystal ball. We don't know how their lives will twist and pivot in the years to come, but living with them, fully experiencing life in a way that is expansive and adventurous, that's so much better than the one-size-fits-all learning or finish your lessons before you get around to the fun stuff. Because real life is full of lessons. You just have to notice them and dive in. So I hope this helps you have a great Valentine's Day with your kids. I'll be back next week with another Unschooling Pep Talk. Take care and have fun.